All right, lesson 5 is using a trig table. If you look on my Google Classroom, you'll see a link for a trig table that looks like this. Make sure you can find that. If you can print it, print it. Otherwise, you just got to look at it on your screen, and we're going to be using that. Okay. So basically, two types of questions. You'll see ones like this. Say something like, what is the value of a certain thing in this trig table? Let's say it's sine of 25 degrees. Okay, so what's the value of sine of 25 degrees? It's not 30, it's not 45, it's not 60, so we're not talking those special triangles that we've been dealing with. We're talking about just a random other angle. So if you look in this table, look on the left side, degrees. Has all your degrees up to 44 down here, and then it actually continues up here with 46 up to 89 down here. So that's your degrees. We're looking for 25 degrees, so let's go down. 25 degrees is right here. We're trying to do the sine. So if you look at these columns, it's sine, its cosine is tangent out of the three columns. So I think we were trying to do sine. Yep, sine 25. So basically, we're talking this first column right there. Okay, so pretty easy. 0.4226. Write that in. Okay, let's do one more. Let's say tangent of 68 degrees. Okay, again, I can't draw 30, 60, 90 to do this because it's not 60 degrees, it's not 30, it's a random kind of weird angle. Okay, so we're going to 68 degrees. Here, you got to go all the way down past 44. I don't know why 45 is not on here, honestly. We can add it on there, I guess. Go to 68 right here. Okay, we're trying to do the tan. So if you look at the top, it's sine here. Sine is the first column. Cosine, tan is the last column. So for 68 degrees, the tan is right here. 2.4751. Write that whole thing in there. Okay, the other question you'll see is something like this. It'll give you one of these. It'll say, hey, the tan of 20 is 0.3640. 20 degrees equals 0.3640. And then it'll say something like, what does this mean? Okay, what does that mean, this right here? All right, so what you got to think about, go back to your definition of tan. Tan is opposite over adjacent. Okay, if you look back at your definition, so we could say this: the opposite side divided by the adjacent side, and from 20 degrees, okay? From 20 degrees, so we're talking about a triangle that has a 20-degree angle. The opposite side divided by the adjacent side is 0.3640. So if you write something like that, you'll be fine. You just got to say what this ratio is. If it was sine, remember sine is opposite divided by the hypotenuse. So just say something like that, the opposite side divided by the adjacent side. I mean, you should say from 20, because we're specifically talking about 20 degrees, is that. That's how you put this into words, okay? If you want a picture, it'd look like this. And this is what we're going to get into next. But there'd be a 20-degree angle. We'd be talking about the opposite side here and the adjacent side here. If you divided those, you would actually get 0.3640. And you could imagine, no matter how big this triangle got, say it was a bigger triangle, as long as this was 20 degrees, and you did this opposite side, divided by this adjacent side, it would be the same, 0.36. It's like it's 36%, you know? This side's 36% of that side is really what it's saying. This side's 36% of that side. Okay? It's a ratio 0.3640. That's kind of where we're headed next for today. If you just get how to find these in the table and get how to put this into words, that's what your assignment will cover. There's also some review problems from last week. Look back at last week if you need to remember how to do those.